So, in this video, we are going to be talking about season 7, episode number 19, titled It Takes a Village. I'm your good sis, Sheila to Talk TV with, joined by the incomparable
Allie Nick, giving it to you when I give it to you, but always in the nick of time.
Always in the Nick of Time. And I'm sorry, y'all, I might be a little bit low energy tonight. Even though every time I feel like I give that disclaimer, we get halfway through the live and then some shit happened and pissed me off, and next thing I know, I got a jolt of energy. So, you know what? You never know with Erica. I'm just gonna go ahead and stop myself at the ding on disclaimer. But shout out to the All American crew. I kicked it with them on live last night for 5 hours and 45 minutes. So your girl is just a wee bit tired today. How you
Girl,
feeling,
you did
Ellie?
it. I saw the time. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Girl, I saw the live. I saw how long it was. I said, "Ooh, I gotta watch this at work."
Come on.
You did, baby. I said 5+ hours. 5+ hours. You did that, but it was good. I watched every second.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It was
I
such a
watched every
great
second. It was
night.
very good.
Yeah. And it was the end of an era, or felt like an end of an era, and we really just got on there. It really, honestly, what warmed my heart the most is that it really just felt like, back in the day, three-way calls with your homies. Like, that's what the call felt. That's what the live felt like last night. Because it was like, at one point, it was like 12 people on the line, like everybody talking.
Yeah.
And it was really dope. All American has ended, or at least for this season as we know it, and we sent it off right. So that was really, really great. And now we're here on a Wednesday with a new Sistas episode. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say, all right, writers, I appreciate y'all, because y'all didn't necessarily know that All American was gonna be dropping a finale this week, and that Simone Hicks was gonna be running her goddamn goofy ass lips all up and down the Brixton campus, being ridiculous. So you really didn't know that I was gonna need a break, but you gave me one anyway. So I'm gonna go ahead and appreciate it. I'm going to take the slower pace, take the lot of yapping, and I'm gonna take it as a good thing this time, just because I actually needed it in my spirit. So maybe I'm not gonna be hooping and hollering this live.
It was chill. Like I appreciate it. So I think Tyler wrote this episode, if I'm not mistaken.
You said Tyler?
Um, I think Tyler wrote this episode. I think he's
Ah.
writing the remainder of the season. So I think the
Mm.
rest of the episodes are going to be written by him. And I can appreciate this episode because it didn't feel like it was over the top. It felt like it was paced for a purpose,
Yeah.
and that's not always something that we get from sisters. I just feel like it was very intentional. So I'm not even mad at like the pacing of it. It was appropriate. I'll say.
I would definitely go ahead and agree with you there. All right, so like let's go ahead and shout some people out. Y'all go ahead and drop y'all's thoughts and your ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. What do you rate this episode? Tracy B was the first one up in here. You be leading the Sisters crew, honey, on social. You be tagging us.
Don't
We
she?
appreciate you so much. So welcome in as the number one, first one up in the chat tonight. Hey, Kelly Hester Jones, how are you, boo? Hey, Kay Renee, how are you, honey? Cheryl D, Demetria, Kimberly Felder, hey, boo, hey. Emma Johnson, you got Mel, Mimi Loves Peace, Nikki Baby, Kelsey Johnson, Virgo Queen. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling tonight? Drop that and y'all's ratings in the chat. Shout out to all the members. I appreciate y'all very, 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 very much. We seeing a 5 from Cheryl, 6 from Mimi Loves Peace. Kelly Hester Jones, go ahead and dropped off a 6 as well. Kay said, I'm gonna give it a 5, honey. I'm gonna give it a 5. Emma gave it a 7. You got Mel, gave it a 7 as well. Hey, Mel Cunningham.
Mhm.
Uh,
All right now.
Sephora D, hey boo, welcome in. Tracy B gave it a 6. Mel Cunningham gave it a 7.5. Hey, Shaquasia, how are you doing, boo? At this point, I'm sick of sisters. We all sick and tired of being sick and tired. Tiff Jones gave it a 7. Fatima putting on makeup and calling herself a clown is the highlight for the rest of 2024. I think that's also like I'm surprised that Tyler wrote it because the way that the Fatima character gets presented in only a certain way. That was funny, Tyler. That I see what you did there. Okay, I see what
It
you did
was.
there.
It was.
Hey Tiff Jones. Hey Siobhan. Siobhan gave it a 5. TP. Hey Boo. Jasmine Stewart gave it a 7. Hey Shari P. I hope you enjoyed your birthday last week, Boo. Shari gave it a 7. It was a good episode. Demetria gave it a 5. Hey Brandon. Brandon gave it a 7. It was a control episode, not all over the place. Yep. Tons of setup, honey. Tons and tons and tons of setup. Sade Foster, welcome me, honey, gave it a 7. Carrie Denise Marshall, it was actually okay tonight. I give it a 7. Come on here. Emma Johnson says, I'm glad to see Fatima and Karen bonding. We gonna talk about it, honey. We gonna talk about it. Junior said, blessings, my sisters. I give it an 8. Okay, I appreciate it. We can take all the blessings we can
All
get.
right, Junior.
Okay. Katina gave it an 8 as well. Ellie, how you feeling about the episode? What you want to rate it?
Um, I think I'm around the 5 point. I give it like a 5.5.
Okay.
5.5 for
Okay.
me. For me, yeah.
Adriana dropped off a 7. Hey, boo. I think I'm gonna hover right around a 6. But it's probably like, y'all, we leaning
Okay.
heavily into the fact that I actually needed to breathe. I needed nobody to be set tripping too much. You know what? I was getting my goddamn going hopes up. I said, oh my God, Erica, you really about to have an episode where you not gonna act a monkey fool. But them niggas was nigging.
Yeah.
So, Ellie, I
Was
actually
it,
think
baby?
I ain't gonna be able to talk in this voice this whole time.
They
I'm not gonna
was
be able to
nigga.
chill.
They was nigga.
Is it giving
Uh-huh.
a? I think it might be giving a.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Let me mute this. Are y'all catching the echo? I'm sorry if you are. I swapped out some things. Let me go ahead and fix that. It should be better now. Let me pull it up really quick. Yeah, the men. Danny didn't get me, but the men got me this episode, Allie. So we gonna warm up, or should we start with the men, or should we warm up to the men? Damn, I thought I was gonna be able to have my piece.
Let's get them first. Let's get them first. Then we'll be peaceful for the rest of the remainder of the show
Child.
of
Is
this
it
good
no
old
echo,
sister
y'all?
season.
Just I want to make sure y'all audio is really good. I just noticed that I was seeing double.
And I can appreciate.
Okay, it's not no echo. Okay, Ellie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you start because
Okay.
I'm trying to preserve my peace as long as possible. But the way that Tony is gonna go ahead and catch what his girlfriend always catch from me, because y'all don't ever want me to know peace. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'll start off with Jordan. Then I'll work my way down. I'm just gonna get on him a
Oh,
little bit. Um, because he did make me laugh at the top of the episode. That's why I want to start with him. He did make me laugh when he was watching, because it made me feel like he did what a lot of women do when we done got our heart broken and we gotta watch Wait Until Exhale and
right.
watch Bernadine burn some stuff up.
I'm
And
like, do
he was
y'all
having
really
his
do
Bernadine
this?
moment. I don't know. It made me wonder. I don't think I know of any men who have done. They may listen to some R&B songs,
Mm.
but whatever he was watching, when he was like, "All women do is lie, Rufus, she lying," I was like, Jordan, I feel you, bro. I'm gonna let you have this moment because you was broken up with unexpectedly. So I'm gonna let you have this moment, but it did tickle me for whatever reason. It did tickle me.
But for
That
me,
brings us.
it's like
Oh, go ahead.
Jordan, you sitting here, woe is me. You just let her walk out of your life, and that's the love of your life, and you haven't hit her up, you haven't popped up, you haven't done nothing. I don't know. I was just looking at him like, well, maybe your ass deserved to be dumped because she just left, and you gotta grab the bag of chips and a slice of pizza and set your ass down for 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. Did you call her? Did you text her? Did you do anything? Has Andy just been ignoring you? these past 14 days? Who knows?
It don't
We don't
seem
know.
like it. It don't seem
It don't
like it.
seem
It seemed
like it.
like you
It
did
don't seem
absolutely
like he's done
nothing.
much. He's done nothing. Now, most men, I will say, or just it, with my experience, if it ends and they're going through their emotions and trying to figure out how they really feel about the situation, and they want you back, they're going to make effort. They're going to make a strenuous effort
That
to get you
part.
back, find a way to get in touch with you. Excuse me, we didn't see Jordan do that, but he did
Hell,
make me
there's a whole
laugh.
TikTok trend
Now,
right now with all the girls out in their exes for the voicemails to get left. And if you ain't unhinged like that, you
no,
got to get on the alley. I love every last one of them. Them niggas be going crazy in the voicemail. And the girls be acting
they
it
do.
out. It is hilarious. You ain't
And
even
see,
leaving no
I don't
unhinged
even be on
voicemails for
TikTok
me,
like that.
sir. Were we ever together? Child. But that could be my
Yeah,
toxic kicking
I've
in. I
had
don't
a
know.
few of those. Yeah, it's been a minute since I had one of them type of voicemails. Um, but yeah, but Tony, I'm gonna be calm because I don't really have a like my voice is kind of really really raspy and horsey. Um, I don't know if Tony. I'm trying to sort out how I feel about the situation. I don't know if Tony shocked me. I don't know if I felt like he was acting out of character or this is just who he's been the entire time. He's just been doing a great job at fronting. But when he said that basically you looking like a man who lost his bitch, but you found it in himself. I said, I'm sorry, what did you just say?
There was so much.
And then
He was
even
talking
saying that
so
you think
much
she
shit.
appeared, it
I,
was
I was.
so girl.
I'm gonna let you finish, friend. I'm
So
sorry.
reckless, so reckless. He was just so reckless, and I was sitting there that initially, I think the feeling I experienced, I was like, I'm confused, like what's going on with this? And then he was like, you think she's sitting up there listening to Mary J. Blige? Nah, she backing it up on another. And I'm like, who are you? Really, like, who are you right now? I was very perplexed. But I know I didn't like the master, and I don't like him. I don't like that was just it made me look at him very different. I didn't have much respect for him anyway, but I at least looked at him as someone that was in a better position. I would say rich. Jordan, I don't think much of him, but with Tony, I didn't expect that to be his response.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't.
It was weird. It was weird, and it turned me off like immediately. First of all, the when you first get into the scene, right? Rich is banging on the door, and Tony's looking like he don't want to be there. So if you don't want to be there, then don't be there. Like nobody is obligated to do anything, and I hate it. I'm obligated as want to be fucking friend. Like let's be for real. So you already had this funky ass energy. Then you come into the house, and you're talking all this noise. You don't know what happened. Yes, she could have broke his heart, but you're also with one of her best friends, and the way that you're talking about women tells me everything that I need to know. I really hate a bitch made man, like a man that argues with women, and he showed it at the baby shower a little bit later, like how he was taking little nasty ass shots. Like something about that is just to me so uncouth. Like yes, stand up for yourself, man. I'm not saying you let women walk all over you, but it's the way that you do it, and Tony behaves like a bitch for real. And it's very unbecoming, like very unbecoming. So this for me, it really wound up becoming okay, sir, you can go too, because rich ass is already out of here. He ain't fussed about that goddamn condom yet, and you was on thin ice because you balancing a goddamn psycho yourself. But you have the nerve to say you up here and you stressed out, you strung out over Andy. I said I know the nigga that's dating Daniela ain't saying shit. I know that's dating Daniela ain't saying shit. You're singing Andy's name, Andy. You doing all this for Andy? And look at what you're doing for Daniela.
Hmm.
Sir, be for real. And ain't nobody trying to really put their friends up against one another. But Daniela wish she could do what Andy does. Wish upon a star. I said, Tony,
I
take your
agree with
ass
you.
on before you get, you know what, you ain't gonna get your ass bust because Jordan ain't about that life. You should have got your ass bust because the moment he said, you doing all of this for Andy, he should have got popped because you're not want to talk. Maybe Rich could have said that because his woman is better off than Andrea Barnes, but not yours. You just scraped your woman out of the goddamn gutter, and you running over here talking about he worried about losing Andy. You couldn't free yourself from Danielle at this point if you wanted to. So shut your mouth when grown-ups is talking.
Because we ain't gonna talk about how you showed up at the airport a couple episodes ago with that one stem rose after you had got into Danny's ass. Now it was, baby, I'm sorry. I did. Yeah, let's bring up your little track record.
Hello. You
and
woe is
then
me, baby,
even
please,
him
down at
going
the
back
damn
to what
airport
he
over
stated.
Danny? You baby, pleasing about Danny?
Okay.
You running around a single
Okay.
rose, jukeboxing the air outside in the rain over Danny? Yeah, that energy can go both ways, brother.
Okay. I'm completely turned off from Tony, and he definitely, whatever little bit I had left, it definitely dissipated at the shower. First of all, you're not going to disrespect my friend in front of me. I don't care what she and your friend had going on, or what they no longer have going on. But the fact of how Tony and Rich responded to her, to me, that was very distasteful. It was a whole lot of bitch assness going on with
Whole
that.
lot of it.
How dare you? And you in my house. You're in my home. Both of y'all can get the hell out. Honestly, y'all can kick rocks. I don't understand. Like, honestly, I don't care about these men and the fact that they get so much screen time as if they are main characters. I don't care about them. I don't give a dick. They cannot show up again, and I would not care. Honestly,
Yeah.
like they just I don't see it for them. I don't see it for them, and I didn't like the fact that I don't know. Maybe it's just me. You're not gonna disrespect me in my face. You ain't gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. I didn't like the fact how nobody really. Don't get me wrong. Andy is the best friend. I know that, but it's just something about allowing these men to feel that they can do that to her. Like I
Yeah.
didn't like how that came. I
And
didn't
that
like how that came off at
and
all. Like
that's
Sabrina
T.
and Danny did nothing.
That's T, because be clear, ain't nobody really going to bat for Andrea Barnes. And I hate, like, this is the part that I hate when I get put in this position. I hate when I get put in the position to defend men. And I hate when I get put in the position to defend Andrea Barnes. And when it comes around for Danny, I'm going to be mad about that too. But I'm going to do it when it needs to be done. Because y'all don't actually know what happened. It would be one thing if you knew that this girl took her nuts out and dragged it across this boy's forehead. But y'all actually have absolutely no idea what happened. And you jump into conclusions, which means that you always are going to fault the woman. Which goes back to what me and Allie clocked way back when we was talking about all the divorces was your goddamn ex-wife's fault. Clearly, y'all are very unreliable narrators. You don't know what happened. Is the goal here to get your boy together, cleaned up, and back on his feet, or is it to just bash women? Because men who get off with bashing women, I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that. And Tony, that's what you give. It gives at any given point that a woman does something that you don't like or that you don't agree with, you're going to get in your goddamn feelings and act like a bitch about it.
Thanks.
And it's
I just
unattractive.
yeah, that was something. Oh God, it is. It is. And the fact that she had to speak to them, hey Tony, hey Reggie, yeah.
In
Oh,
her
what
house.
was that?
And T is, if you're gonna be a man about it and say, I don't like how you did my friend. Hello, Andrea Barnes, but I don't like how you did my friend, so I'm not gonna play cute with you. That's how you will actually speak and not be a bitch about it.
Right.
Y'all are being weird. Weird for a nigga who's lying about a condom, and weird for another nigga that's chasing a girl through the gutter. Be for real. Sitting up here in a penthouse acting like y'all can get your asses out. You know that? You can get your ass out.
Y'all can show skip to the loo, my darling. You really can. I just they that right there was just like, and I would have respected them more. You and you know it's just what you go you enter somebody's home, you speak, and as you stated, all you had to say was, you know what, what's up, Andy? Yeah, we ran into Jordan. He ain't doing too good. I really don't know what happened between the two of you, but we don't like seeing a boy like that. I would have respected that more, even if you don't know the whole situation. You're not jumping to conclusions. You're just speaking on what you've seen, and you leave it at that. But all that disrespect, no, no, sir,
Yep.
no, sir. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Ain't feeling it.
Sade says that's how they be. Your man's homies ain't ever your homies. They don't have to be Andrea Barnes homies, but they at least got to be men if they claim to be men. And I feel like that's the thing. Like the way you carry yourself as a man shouldn't shift based on the circumstance. Like if you are a man of integrity, if you are a man of good communication, if you are a man of morals, then that's gonna be the case regardless. You don't just start acting like a child of nowhere. That's in you. Actually, it's not on you. It's in you. It's in Tony to be a bitch, which makes it helps me understand him being in this relationship with Daniela. A man like you, of course, will be in a relationship with Daniela in this particular season of her life. It makes so much sense. Continue to spiral in mediocrity.
Yes.
Hey, Robin, welcome in, boo.
And I like what Sade said too. The fact that he told Jordan to go have sex with someone else. I mean, to me, that was icing on the cake. I know
I didn't even
everything I need
remember
to know
that. I
about
didn't catch
Tony.
that at all. I think I tuned out the moment he said that you out here act like this for, and then he said over Andy. Those are the two things I remember. I don't remember shit else that he said.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I was just so perplexed about his character because in my personal opinion, he was never presented as such. I would have
Mm,
never expected that to come out of his mouth. And now all of a sudden, Andy's a B. You acting like a B. Go have sex with somebody else. She backing it up on another. You think she's sulking over you? Basically saying, Jordan, who are you to cry over? Who are you that she may lose sleep? Nigga, you ain't nobody. That's what I got from it. So since you ain't nobody, you might as well go get you another piece of ass because she don't view you as nobody.
child.
And it made me feel like, how do you really view your friend? Like honestly, it was really really weird. It was very weird tonight with Tony.
Yeah.
It really was. I don't.
It's so
No, he can go somewhere.
unnecessary. Rich a little less.
Yeah,
Like Rich was
and he
trying,
has the
but also like
audacity.
Rich got to get more of a personality. Like
Yeah,
Rich be skirting the edges and playing it too neutral for me, and I will claim this to the day I die. You might not like people who are polar opposites or like people who have completely different ideals, but at least you understand and know where they stand, so that you can know how to deal with them. Neutral, because people who play the 50, you can never really put a gauge on them, and you don't necessarily know which angle that they coming from, so you can't really prepare for them. Rich is like, yes, he did seem more intentional about wanting to, get Jordan back on his feet, but then he also had the whole Andy, and like he just plays too much in the middle for me. Make a decision. If you're gonna be an asshole, you're gonna be a bitch, man, then do that. But if you're gonna be a stand up guy, if you're gonna be, you know what, he's lying about the condom, so he's already lost the idea of being a stand up guy. Let me shut the hell up.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They just playing in our face at this moment. At this moment, just.
And Jordan, I get it. Like you might have loved Andy, but also you running for like, sir, get up. I watched that whole scene. Like, get your
Wash
ass
your ass.
up. And I don't know, maybe because I haven't fully
Wash
bought into
yourself.
their relationship and their love or whatever the hell, but get up.
I haven't bought into it either. They definitely haven't sold me on it. But my thing is, and don't get me wrong, I know heartbreak is a very hurtful thing. However, you have other things going on. Your life doesn't stop because Andy broke up with you.
Correct.
Like you have other responsibilities. You have other things you need to do. I'm gonna need you to get up, wash your ass, put on some fresh clothes, my boy, and go to work. Get these
Please.
votes.
Please.
I need you to get on it. What a little white boy at? You ain't seen him in 2 weeks after since he drugged you. Where's your campaign manager? What's going on? It's almost as if Jordan fell off the face of the earth. and have not done anything in the past 14 days.
And he
And
talking
you're
about
trying to
oh
become a
his
political figure.
right, he talking about his team handled it for you. That's not how this works, babe. You actually have to show up to your job. You don't get to phone this shit in for 2 weeks. They could go out campaigning and canvassing all the hell they want to, but your face is the one that's going to actually get voters. So like, they can't just cover for you. Nobody's running around Atlanta in a Jordan suit, sir.
Mm, those are facts.
Child.
Somebody rich is boring. Mm,
He is.
he
Except for
is
when he
boring.
doing Sabrina
He
dirty, and
is
I hate that
boring.
for him. Like you had so much potential within your character, sir, and this is what you amount to, child.
Yeah.
Kimberly Felder said if the heartbreak
This,
broke him, he definitely shouldn't be in politics. Hello, hello.
that's a word.
You better speak it.
That's a whole
Come on,
word.
Kimberly. I know
Because
that's
baby, if
right,
them pictures ever come out, he gonna have a nervous breakdown, a complete
child.
nervous breakdown. If them pictures ever get out.
I don't know. I think it was a choice to write him as like sulking versus just throwing himself into his work. Because listen, like your sister is gone. You know that she's okay, but she's gone, and now your girl is gone. And really, well, maybe I guess it was a safe choice for his character, I suppose.
It was. It was. It was. I agree. I agree with that.
But that's not that bad. I wasn't hooping and hollering too much. But I'm going to stay on Tony's neck
No, that's not
because you're doing all this for Danny.
bad. Oh my God. The weed head who's in therapy, Danny. That's who you doing this stuff for. Okay. Uh-huh.
Down at the airport,
The one who can't stand your kids,
running behind a weed head. I'm
Danny.
sorry, running behind a pothead in therapy. Since we going on to
Yeah.
Danny, she ain't do much of nothing to this episode. There's nothing really to get on her about. But the way Tyler, I can already see it, and you know what?
No.
At this point, it better happen because nothing else makes sense. Why in the fuck? And I'm sorry, y'all. I just dropped the F bomb. I'm trying to do better about the cussing. But
Uh-huh.
why?
I know where you're going, but I'm with you. Why?
Why, Karen, would you make Danny one of your godmothers? Is it crack, baby? What is happening here?
It's crack. It's heroin.
It must
It's
be.
Molly.
It is hard drugs.
It's perk. Mm-hmm.
Cause
Yeah.
girl, why? But Tyler, I see it. Only so that she could take it back later. And that's fine, because the fight is coming and she gonna try to take this godmotherhood back as she should, because there's no way in hell Daniela King should be the godmother to either one of your children. Karen, let's be for real.
You know, I can't really accelerate my voice the way I want to. Uh, when I watched that scene, the before she said it, I knew where she was going with it when she was like leading up to it. And in my mind, I had so many thoughts surrounding this scene because I went back and I watched the scene with Danny and Karen from last week's episode. And it is so very interesting to me how I believe the writers have been so intentional to push this narrative that Karen views Danny as someone who she's extremely close to, who is one of her best friends, and who she just loves dearly. However, that's not what we've been shown over the course of the series. I believe that Karen definitely loves Danny. I don't believe that Danny shares the same sentiment as it pertains to Karen and their dynamic the way that Karen feels. And never in a million years do I think that Danny would have ever asked Karen to be the godmother of her children if she was to ever have children. So it perplexes me how it almost seems like, I guess I feel like why does Danny get that honor? She has done nothing to that. That is an honor and a privilege to be a godparent. She's done nothing to receive that honor. To me, even looking back at last week's episode, there was nothing in that moment for me personally that made me feel Danny was worthy to be a godparent to Karen's child. It was just like, why she come out on top of. I would prefer Andy, but it also made me feel like Karen is very aware of the space that her and Andy are in, even though she loves her and then that's her friend and she's grateful for their friendship. Because I feel like, why did you choose her? Danny? It makes
Questions
no
that we
sense.
need answers to. And I was like, at some point, damn, is she really about to skip over Andy? But we also not going to address it because I thought Andy as well. On top of the fact that Daniela has not even earned it,
Yeah.
y'all have come out of a rocky space within y'all's friendship. She don't like kids. Like, what else do y'all need this hoe to say? She don't like kids. Not his kids, not your kids, not what could be her kids, not gonna be Sabrina's feet freezer kids, not the kids walking down the goddamn on street, not the kids getting on the airport. She don't like no kids, y'all. Let's stop trying to make this shoe fit. It don't fit.
Hmm.
She don't deserve it and she don't want it. So why are we giving her things so that she can fumble them, traumatize them, disrespect them, and you in the process? It's giving you or setting yourself up for disappointment, setting yourself up for stress. Realize and accept who people are for who they are and move accordingly. It's really just that simple. Hell, Pam is sitting right there. I would rather Pam be the damn godmother before Daniela King. I would
Me
rather
too.
Fatima be the godmother before Daniela King.
Me too. I ain't gonna lie about that. And even Pam, I thought it was very interesting. The two people who you asked to plan this for you didn't want to make Pam the godmother. I thought that was an interesting choice as well. Bump who you no longer. And you know what else I find interesting? Have you noticed that Karen and um Andy haven't talked since the mocktail?
Yeah.
Like they've had no conversation, no nothing. And maybe the baby shower wasn't the time for them to have that conversation. But I'm just like, I understand maybe why she wasn't picked, but I'm still stuck on Danny. I would have preferred Pam. I
Same.
definitely would have preferred Pam. It makes no sense to me.
Same.
It really doesn't.
Hell, I would prefer Sabrina by her damn self.
Me too. This be the godmother to both. It's fine. It's perfect fine. And then, well, Karen don't die because first of all, they got a grandmother and father. You like third in line, sis. You ain't getting them turns.
And nobody is
But I think
asking
to wrap it
you
up, what you
to,
said, it makes it nobody.
nobody asking you to financially provide for them at
Nobody.
all. Because even if you do get them, girl, they got trust funds. Stop it. You might not know what that is. That's money.
Oh man.
Just because she ain't do nothing this episode don't mean I'm still not sick of her, y'all. Sick of her.
Yeah, it was just so yeah. It was so undeserving. But I feel like that's something that Tyler does when it's something he just want to push or something he just want to do. Because I still feel like, I mean, it's old as hell, but I still feel like Fatima and Zach's engagement was undeserving.
Mm.
It was so undeserving, and it was like nothing was done. The reason why he did it because he didn't want to lose her, and then this chick them invited her ex to their date before Zach got on his knee. It was so crazy. I'm like, it was unwarranted. It was so undeserving. But that's what we. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was just so undeserving for me.
It was interesting the choices. I'm not coming at Daniela. I'm not coming at her, y'all. I don't like the hoe. but I ain't coming at her. But it's still interesting to me the choices that were made, because I felt like when she asked Fatima how she was really, that was the most genuine check-in I have ever seen her do. Meanwhile, we have watched you navigate spaces with your so-called 3 other best friends and sisters, and I have never seen you be that intentional and that specific about checking in on their well-being. I just found it interesting.
Same page, because that's something that I put in on my phone. I was I found it interesting that within this season, when it comes to Danni and Fatima, Danni is extremely genuine when she is considering Fatima's feelings about this whole Karen, Zach, and baby situation. Because I think about the time that she saw her at the restaurant before Sabrina and Rich and Tony showed up, and she was having a genuine conversation with Fatima about how she's doing with everything, and she seems really invested in Fatima's emotional state surrounding this situation. And I'm like, you have not your homegirl pregnant with twins. I ain't seen you ask her any of these questions the entire time she's been pregnant. You don't do anything with Sabrina. You make fun of her, of the things that she holds near and dear to her heart. With Andy, I mean, it's Andy. I don't really have those conversations, but when it comes to Fatima, as you stated, she is extremely genuine and tapped in to how Fatima feels.
Which to me makes.
And that is very,
Go ahead, sorry.
you know, to say that to me is very interesting.
And it's honestly disheartening as well. It sucks because now we are really getting the confirmation of like, you're not doing this because you don't know. You're choosing to be a shit friend. You're choosing to be removed, to be distant. You're choosing to not show up and be intentional. You're choosing to not be considerate. You're choosing to not have empathy. You're literally choosing all of this for the girls who are supposed to be your sisters, supposed to be your riders, supposed to be your BFFs. But then you found a new girl who you look to more, have pedestalized, whatever, and now all of a sudden you have found all of the characteristics, all of the traits, all of the behaviors, and some of the mindset that your ass could just conveniently leave behind when you're dealing with the girls that you have known for 15 plus years. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, which goes back to how I feel like it just wasn't her being chosen, just wasn't warranted because she's done nothing to receive that privilege and honor of being a godparent. She just
Period.
hasn't.
Period. And she's going to do a terrible job at it. I said it.
Oh, of course,
What else
of
happened in this
course.
episode, Chad? Karen's having girls.
Um,
Shout out
she's
to,
having girl.
where is it? In the sisters room. Shout out to Solati. I gotta still read your follow up, but you predicted that she was gonna be having girls specifically because of the t-shirts that Zach and Aaron had underneath their shirts, and you got it right, boo. So shout out to you. If y'all are not part of my Discord, you should
She
join it.
did.
It's a fun time.
She did. She commented on my video as well with her prediction of Karen having 2 girls. I thought that was cute. I did smile on that. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that's cute.
that's
And the way
exciting.
Aaron and Zach set it up, they're worth it for it.
Hey Vaughn, welcome in, boo. That's cute. And
Hey,
Zach, not too
Vaughn.
much, not too much, because you and Aaron are cool now. But it's only gonna take one little brush of some wind, and you getting a whiff of your mediocrity and Aaron's excellence, and you're gonna be back at his throat. So like, just relax. It's great that y'all are cool, but you need to relax because you're gonna embarrass yourself and all of this that you've said now because you're not gonna be able to sustain this, boo. Thanks, management.
No, no, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming.
How y'all feel about the
Yeah,
babies? How
it's
y'all feel
definitely
about the
coming.
2 girls coming? Drop it in the chat. Did y'all predict it as well? Are
Girl,
you excited?
Fatima was
Ooh.
that look
Upset.
Fatima gave. I said, damn.
I said, girl, why are you standing up next to this man if you
As
know you can't
people,
fix your goddamn on face? Like, okay, let's talk about it, Ellie. Let's talk about it because I really believe that Fatima didn't need to come. And it's not because I don't like her. It's not because I'm on her neck. Because she felt uncomfortable. I feel like she should have gave herself permission to honor her damn feelings. And like, this is a lot. It takes a special certain type of strength to be able to persevere through this emotional turmoil that she has to experience because of this circumstance. That is a heavy weight. And I think because we're so used to black women just going with the flow and get your man and don't ever lose your man and da 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 da, we create a culture where it's almost expected for us to continuously silence how we feel, what we're thinking, what we're going through internally, and act like it's not a real thing when it is a real damn thing. Yes, it's cool that she showed up and Karen had kind words for her and they were able to bury the hatchet, cool. But they could have also still had that energy if she did not show up, if she honored herself and took the day to spend with herself and to think about how she feels and give herself space and grace to feel how she feels and not feel obligated to show up for Zach and to be this pillar standing next to Zach. And similar to what Karen said within her speech of like, you make sure you hold him accountable to being a great father. You could put that down for today if today is going to be too much. This is a voluntary position, and at any time you can pass the buck back to the person who should be carrying it to begin with.
great. I felt like, excuse me, when Fatima felt, when Fatima stated that she felt like a clown with this entire situation. And I was like, sis, you don't have to go. It's not mandatory that you show up to this baby shower. Zach has to be there because he's the father. You don't need to be there. But I still believe that a lot of this is drenched in jealousy and insecurity because even in the beginning, when you look at them at the baby shower, she is strong holding Zach's arm as if he's about to do something or go somewhere without her. And it's like, ma'am, chill out. Nothing is gonna happen while Zach is at this baby shower with Karen or no other woman. It's okay. We all know you're the fiance. We get it. It's been established. It's all right. I do feel like Fatima feels like she has to be that. I need to be there. I need to be on the scene. You don't. Zach is an adult, and if you cannot trust him to be that man that you love so much when you're not around, that just tells me there is something and has been something wrong in the relationship, but it does not ever get acknowledged. And I always go back to your video when you talk about like her being jealous or the insecurity of this entire thing. Admit it. Like Fatima still has not stated how she feels about this entire thing. And so because you haven't been honest, when she's hit with reality, it shows on her face.
Yep.
She doesn't hide it well at all.
It
The
shows on her
reality is
face and she
Zach has a
positions
son and a
herself
daughter.
front and center. So not only can you not hide it because it's on your face, but you also won't put yourself off to the side. You won't even be a wallflower at these events so that you can kind of escape into the background. You put yourself front and center for the shit to play out on your face. Like, girl, if you want to suffer so bad, just say that.
Yeah, yeah.
Carrie Denise Marshall
It's a
says
lot,
Fatima
man.
really dug herself into a deeper ditch. Tracy B said, "What can Fatima possibly give Zach at this moment?" Ooh. Kimmy Kim says Fatima looks so uncomfortable and
Ooh.
desperate. Um, Demetria said, "I think she came because Karen asked her to come, and she could politely decline." Karen, thank you so much for the invitation, but this is your moment with your babies, and I want you to have that. And I'm still processing my feelings around this whole thing, but I support you. It's simple.
Yeah. Karen invited her to the ultrasound appointment. She didn't come to that because she had to work when we all know that wasn't the truth. Like she wasn't there. She doesn't have to always be a presence when it's something that's surrounding these children.
Yeah.
She's gonna run herself into the ground trying to keep up. They have parents. They have parents. You don't have to be there for everything. You really don't. But yeah, ugh. But
Sade asked
well,
a
what
really
Tracy
great
said hit me.
question. Oh, when you said what Tracy said,
What was it?
Fatima.
Yeah, about what Fatima has to like.
Oh,
What does she have
what
to
could she
give
give him in this
at
moment?
this point?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One, what could she give? Because your presence, okay, cool, is support, but girl, you no. But then also, it's not always about Zach. So the fact that you always have to be in giving mode, girl, you need to ask yourself something. But Sade Foster asked a really good question in the chat. She said, "Do y'all think it was more her needing to go watch Zach or her wanting to show a united front? It's the second thing she was invited to by Karen, so maybe she felt obligated, or two things can be true." I think she needed to go watch Zach. She needs to be a part, and she wants a perception of a united front. But all of that is still under the same umbrella that is her overall insecurity and jealousy. Because there are ways for you to show a united front and not be present. There are ways for you to show your support, which we mentioned before, and still not be present. There are ways for you to stand in your own honesty and vulnerability about how you feel and not create a negative moment for the circumstance. And whether she did any of those things or not, we didn't even get that far in reference to her thinking, because those are not even options for her. So that tells me that you're not actually in a healthy place as it pertains to this, because you didn't even fully explore all your options. You said that you didn't want to go. You said that you weren't uncomfortable. But again, like Ali said, we're never really addressing the real thing behind the why. But thank you for asking that question.
yeah, and I think it's also. I think that was a great question, Sade. And I also one thing I know for me that used to bother me a lot with Fatima specifically is that when she would use the reasoning or the excuse of I'm here to support Zach. I want to support Zach. But when Zach would show his excitement or him just being joyful about it, she would give him a look of disgust, or she would have an attitude, or she would look at him like you need to calm that down. Those were her responses, but it was, I guess, disguised under the umbrella of support. But that's not support. When
Yeah.
you support something, like you already know what the situation is. And if I am really here to support my man in this, I need to deal with how I really feel about it. He and I need to have a conversation. So when I am around the mother of his unborn child, I really can be happy for him because I've dealt
Yeah.
with
Yep.
what I needed to deal with. And because Fatima hasn't dealt with what she needs to deal with, that's why when it was revealed that they were having, she was having two girls, the look on her face, because I won't deal with the hurt. I won't deal with I wanted to give you a daughter, or I wanted to be the only one. Let's not forget, what was it, season 4 or 5? She told Andy, I want to be the one that have his kids. I want to be the only one. It's before we knew about Michael and all of
Yep.
that.
Yep.
So everything that she has wanted to do first, other than the possibility of marrying him, she's not going to be able to do that. That is a lot on Fatima. And in that instance, not that I feel sorry for her, because I feel like I just want Fatima to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I want her to be set free from the shackles of I have to be there for Zach. What about you?
Yep.
And that has been my plight. What about you? What about your feelings? What about how you feel? To tell somebody I'm embarrassed, I feel like a clown. This is not what I envisioned for my life, but now I got to go and pretend to be happy for this chick who about to give you a child, and now I know a daughter. That's a lot, but we never know how Fatima feels about this. Even though it's Fatima, we never get to explore that side of her insecurity or the jealousy, as if it's bad or wrong for her to feel this way. It is a humanistic emotion, and it's okay to have. Let's explore that.
Yep.
It's so much meat to me with the character of Fatima, and it never gets tapped into, because what she's dealing with is a hell of a lot for a man who I don't feel is worth it.
Oop. That part. I want to address Keisha really quick, but everything that you just said snaps to it, Ailey, because you dropped a bunch of gems. Keisha said, I don't think it was a negative moment. I wasn't saying that she created a negative moment, but I was addressing the negativity and the anguish that she struggled with throughout this whole entire episode because of the circumstance. And because she has yet to actually deal with her emotions and get down to the why, she has yet to find an actual resourceful way to handle it and to heal through it and to, like Allie was mentioning, truly be able to be okay so that she could be happy. So she comes into these moments and she's clutching on Zach's arm, and then she learns that there's two girls, and then it's all over her face. And like, let's think about it. We didn't get to see a photographer, but a photographer's taking pictures of this moment, the daddy's reveal, and your ass is holding on to Zach's arm and you're completely crushed because you just found out this news, because you chose to come to this thing, because you didn't actually want to be there, because you're still grieving the idea that you could have been a first in this area, in this area, in this area, and you're not, and you need to deal with your feelings. So that's what I meant in reference to a negative moment. I wasn't trying to say that she made it a whole thing. And I was hoping that y'all could like really grasp the context clues, because not everything is explicitly said, but I wanted to go ahead and clarify that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it goes even further about, as women, how sometimes, we overlook things. I know, like on Twitter and Facebook, it'll be like, oh, Fatima and Karen, oh, they're being great. It's great that they're bonding. It's great. And don't get me wrong, just like I stated with Danny and Karen last week, in essence, was it a beautiful moment? Yes. But it's still some things that just needs to be dealt with. Do I think overall, in essence, with Karen and Fatima, was it a beautiful moment? Karen saying what she said, yes, because I thought it was genuine and
Yep.
I thought it was definitely sincere about what she said to Fatima. But there's going to always be a problem until Fatima deals with Fatima. Until
Yep.
Fatima deals with the fact that I'm hurt that Karen is the woman that's giving you a door. Like, you got to really deal with those things. And I think, to me, that one, that makes beautiful friendships, but most importantly, that makes a beautiful woman, when you can accurately assess how you feel about something, and you can see, you know what, I got a jacked up mindset
Yep.
about this.
Yep.
And now that you've acknowledged it, what you gonna do? Are you okay with sitting in that negative space, or are you gonna do the work to accurately deal with and move on from that? And I think a lot of times we kind of give ourselves a favorable nod. We'll give our friends a favorable nod instead of really digging deep. And it could be an agitator. It agitates people and it irritates people, but you will come out shining like gold when you can deal with the parts of you that's ugly, the
Yep.
parts of you that's nasty,
Yep.
the parts of you that is bitchy. You know what I'm saying? When you can really deal with those things and be like, okay, look, he did me wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have keyed his car, but when you can have like, okay, I was wrong for that, and I need to sit in that, regardless of the reason why I felt I was justified. My actions were wrong. I'm gonna apologize for them. I'm gonna apologize to that person, or whatever the case may be. And I just want, for me, because I know me and Erica do get it a lot with the character of Fatima. And it's not the fact that I don't like Fatima. I want more for her. Like, I want for the other women.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing with Fatima that the other women really don't have, I really don't consider rich they boyfriends. She is literally locked in with Zach. And
Yep.
I have seen her lower herself to have this man. And it's like, no, sis, but she's, decorated as, oh, Fatima see everything, Fatima the one. And it's like, no, we should not be aiming for this
Yep.
at all. Like, when I looked at, when I mean, I'm jumping ahead, but when Gary called her a bitch, and I saw the way that Zach responded, oh, you only got one more, but it ain't no problem when you disrespect her and call her that.
Ooh.
So you can call Fatima her name, but no other man gonna call Fatima, can't call Fatima her name. How about you don't do it, sir? How about you don't? And you called her that several times, several. I really want better for Fatima. I really do. I really do.
Yeah. Barbara Owens says, and even when she said she felt like a clown, he still said he needed her there. At some point, it has to be about her needs. Yep.
I forgot he said that. He did say that.
Yep.
He did say that. Mm.
It be the ones
Mm.
who's claim that they so good, they so good. And trust me, I'm gonna raise my hands because I used to be one of them ones. I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. We'll have your ass in the crazy house. It will have your ass strung out. It will have your ass down and out. Cause you're not always good, sis. And that's fine. But we need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Carrie Denise Marshall says Fatima's afraid of losing Zach to another woman, just as she lost Ian to another woman right under her nose. At this point, if she's still afraid of that, she need to go ahead and let the man go. Because if you're going to be afraid of that, y'all entire relationship, the rest of y'all's lives, baby, I would hate to be in that prison. And I think, oh, this is great because this just
Yeah.
sparked up what I was thinking when you were speaking earlier, Allie. Y'all, Fatima actually unpacking how she feels and why she feels the way that she does and like getting to a more healthy place about her feelings will also help free her. She is in a prison right now. A prison that she cannot even see the bars. And I hate it for her. It is a very terrible, demoralizing place and space to be in.
It
Kim,
is. And I think that I want to give Tyler props. I know I come at Tyler a lot. I really do. But I also try to see like or try to pretend I know what he's trying to show us. Um and going back to what you said about being in prison, being in bondage in your mind, it is amazing how we will accept it if prison got glittery bars or
mm-hmm.
it looks good, it looks presentable. And it's going back to something that you stated too, that Fatima wants to present the image of a united front. We may not be unified, but I want the perception to be that we are. And there's a lot of people who are suffering because they want to have a certain image. They want people to perceive them
Yep.
a certain way, and I think and that's so detrimental to you emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, physically, all of that when you're trying to portray an image that it's just not real. And I think that the crazy thing about images, most people don't even buy into it. People can see through the lie. You know what I'm saying? People can for the most part see through it. And so with Fatima, it is a bad place to be in. But when you are considered aesthetically beautiful, your man is aesthetically beautiful. Y'all got money. You driving around in your dream car. It almost make being in prison livable. Well, hell, at least they got money. Well, at least he good.
Mm-hmm.
At least he dicking her down. At least they got this. So it's kind of like, well, that's cool though. She good. No, she ain't good. Fatima
Far
made me think
from it.
about she's someone that would have a nervous breakdown.
Yep. 100%. Oh, so Lottie's in the chat. Hey, boo, we just shouted you out a little bit earlier for predicting the girls. Um, but they said, I find it interesting
Yes,
that Zach didn't tell Fatima he was having a baby girl. He kept that information from Fatima until the baby shower. I guess Zach doesn't tell Fatima everything.
that is a great point.
I was a little confused because when she seemed surprised, I was just like, "What? He didn't tell you?" Like, that is a great point. Why don't you think he told her, Allie?
That is awesome. Okay, so there's so many things I thought about during that moment. Number one, I was confused. I was like, did Fatima? I was like, Fatima had to know. But then, then when I saw her facial expression, I was like, she didn't know. Okay, all right. So does that mean that Zach has been going to doctor appointments with Karen and has because we gotta make sure we say this. It was a 2 week jump.
Mm-hmm.
So from last episode. So I'm like, well, has he attended an appointment that Fatima didn't know about? When did they find out? How did you keep like? I don't know why. I guess I don't know the why he didn't, but it just made me wonder. And I know we joked about it a few lives ago, and maybe Fatima was holding out hope. Maybe she felt like, okay, he got Michael. Maybe there's a possibility that his baby with Karen is going to be a boy, so I can at least give him a daughter. And now hearing that Karen is giving him another first that she'll never be able to give, maybe Zach didn't want to. Maybe he felt Fatima would take the news better in that setting. I don't know, but the why is so. I'm so curious about.
I don't. I'm at a
I'm so curious.
loss. I'm at a loss. Except for maybe Zach is keeping a bunch of things about the baby to himself because he knows how hard this is for Fatima, and only worried about them presenting this united front, but handling everything behind the scenes on its own, which also just lends itself to like y'all too worried about the forward facing presenting part. Meanwhile, what's happening behind the scenes, y'all, it's crumbling. Because why wouldn't you prepare her?
Yeah.
Child.
Ooh, cause her face got me. I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I did chuckle. Not because I found it funny, but
It was
I was just like,
awkward.
yes, it was so awkward. It was so awkward. I was like, oh my God. Whoo, Zach, you should have told her, girl. I mean, my dude, you should have told her. Mm,
Well, Tiff Jones says, I think Zach is getting tired of her reactions. He loves her but needs space to enjoy this moment. Ooh.
that's good.
Mmm. Which makes it just even a little bit
That's
worse
good.
that she don't take moments to deal with her damn feelings. That makes it just a little bit worse because if that's the case, then he doing what he got to do to protect his peace. Meanwhile, you are still consistently trying to present a peaceful united front.
Yeah,
Okay, girl, you got it.
yeah. And that makes so much sense. Who said that? Who said that statement?
Tiff Jones.
Tiff Jones. That makes even more sense to me now because Zach has always felt that it was going to be a girl. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was his desire. That's what he wanted. And I think it was something that I can't remember exactly what episode it was, but Fatima said something about the child, and Zach kind of got snappy with her because it was almost as if why every time I say something about this child, you got something negative to say. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember exactly the verbiage that was used, but I agree with that. Like I feel like Zach wants to have those moments that he can be excited and he can be joyful, and maybe he's not in, well, maybe he knows Fatima's not in a place to allow that to happen in her presence. And I get that. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Yeah, that's a hard
But great call out, child. Y'all on it tonight. I love
one.
it.
Yeah.
The chat is live and active, okay? Y'all ain't missing a dang on beats. Hit that like button for me, y'all, if y'all are in the chat right now so we can get these likes up on this live. If you're enjoying the conversation. Um what else happened this episode, Ellie? I know what happened at the end. We're gonna get to that. But anything else happened before your boy? Oh,
I'm gonna
no,
tell you what pissed me off.
Ellie. And we did not talk before this, y'all. We just hopped on Discord and a minute later press go. If you about to say what I think you're about to say, I'm just like, yes, yes,
Is it Hayden and Samara?
yes.
I said Tyler. I did it, Erica. When she pulled that, I said Tyler, go to hell.
Tyler, go.
Go
And we're not
straight
supposed to
to
be
hell.
saying it no more. Cause what the gray pubic hair?
Gray pubic hair.
Gray pubic hair, Tyler. 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 I'm sorry about to drop a spoiler for Divorce in the Black, but your ass should have watched it already. We should have known. He had people snatching dead ass bodies out of caskets. Of course, Tamara's pulling out gray pubic hair out her mouth after kissing a man. Tyler.
So you're telling me that Hayden, hours have passed and this hair is still in his mouth, he don't feel it or nothing, but he come home and kiss Tamara and it's long enough for her to pull out and for us to see it on camera? I was disgusted. Okay? I was damn disgusted. What was that?
Wait, Virgo Queen said Tyler didn't write this episode.
He didn't?
I don't know. I didn't pay attention this time. But he at least green-lit it. It might have been his idea.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Ellie. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I'm just thinking about her fully. He's talking about something. Well, maybe it was something that I ate. She said, or someone. I said, so no. Oh, are you screwing Miss Marie? You eating Miss Marie? Is that what we doing too?
Yes.
Hayden is enjoying himself, baby. He is enjoying himself. Girl, I said what?
What Janae Aiko say?
I'm done.
He be devouring them groceries. That's what it be going. That's what be happening. So much so that she can come in there and lay their asses out and then be like, yeah, but don't leave this conference room because where the hell you think you going? You got another job to do. You need to get off this first job, this primary job, and do the second one. Time to clock in. JT said, go clock in. Gray pubic hair in the mouth is crazy, Tyler. It is crazy work. It's crazy work, sir. I said... But you lucky you prepared me for your shenanigans when I watched Divorce in the Black. You prepared me, but it still doesn't mean that it was not shocking. And what the hell?
Yes.
Tanya says there's no words. Yeah. No words, just a mouthful of pubic hair. Oh my gosh. And Hayden, Chris Warren, bring your ass to the front of the class. Because who the hell told you to be so goddamn funny? He said, sucking on some geriatric sugar daddy dick. I said geriatric sugar daddy dick is crazy work. Crazy work.
Wow.
And it flowed. Wow. That thing, those words just sung right out of his mouth. Like he said it like he had said this shit before. And he meant what he said. How I know you ain't no damn geriatric sugar daddy dick. What?
Oh my God. Baby. Chris is in his bag.
He is.
Chris is in his bag.
Chris Moore is in his bag, baby.
He is bad.
Geriatric sugar daddy dick is nasty work. Gray pubic hairs in the mouth. Geriatric sugar daddy dick. Got it. Understood, Tyler. Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. Baby. That disturbed my peace. I said, what? And then it's so funny to see both of them, but then this how I be in real life. Both of y'all cheating, but then you getting mad at the other one with the thought of them cheating. Like, what is happening right now?
Literally.
Both of y'all wrong as hell.
The damn Spider-Man meme. Spider-Man looking back at himself. Y'all both did as wrong.
Period. Mm, 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 mm.
What else, y'all? What else happened in this episode?
Now I know. Well, I'm gonna just say this because now this probably wasn't a major, but I don't give a damn about Tony, Jordan, or Rich.
Correct.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop playing in my baby Aaron face. We don't get no screen
Not a bit of
time
screen
with
time.
him.
And Kevin looking how he looking.
What the hell is going on?
Always.
What?
Always looking how he looking.
Oh my God, what is going on with this? Like, I'm starting to get pissed off with y'all. How y'all playing my baby Kevin, aka Aaron? And then the fact that he left the baby shower early because he had to go back to work. What are we doing? He didn't even get a speech. Zach was able to speak. Aaron didn't speak at the baby shower. There was no really interaction between him and Karen. What are y'all doing? I feel like y'all setting us up for something, but I don't like it. I don't like the lead up to it because I don't enjoy not seeing him and Karen communicate or interact or him having a moment to speak his mind about him becoming a father for the first having a biological child for the first time. Like, I don't like how y'all doing my dude. Like, I'm
Period.
gonna find you. I had to go look at the people who wrote this episode. There was two people. I found them. I'm comfy, y'all. Stop doing my baby Kevin like that, please.
I don't understand
Get
why
that
all
man
the
his
raggedy ass
shine.
men get lines. All the raggedy ass men to the front. Y'all get the raggedier the more lines you get. Stand up, gentlemen. Stay silent.
Mhm.
Look sexy. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? He had no bars all episode, except for I'm having or her sister. Barely no bars for the finest, most put together, well-to-do Negro in this hoe, and y'all got the goofy schmate Rose saying all of the. I don't want them talking to me, Tyler. I want Aaron talking to me, Tyler. I want Aaron talking to Karen, Tyler. You give me 11 minutes of Zach not really giving a shit about how Fatima feels, but making sure she gonna show up when he needs her. But you can't show me Aaron doubling down on his support of Karen. You can't show me Aaron being happy about having his daughter. You can't show me Aaron just being damn Aaron.
Yep. I ain't like that. I ain't like how they did my baby.
I'm glad you called it
They
out,
want us to
Ailey,
talk
because
about
that's some bullshit. Injustice.
it is major, major. They want us to talk about Penelope phone call to Jordan.
Oh God. I forgot about that goddamn phone call. I don't care.
She might as well put up a damn billboard and let everybody know that she's alive. Because why are you calling this man? You supposed to be in damn protective custody. The only person that supposed to know you alive and on above the grave is Andy. Why are you calling all these people? We don't need to see Penelope. You're in protective
We don't.
custody. Stay your ass there until it's time to see you in court. Why are you always making a phone call? She made a phone call last week to Andy. Yeah, I can't wait to take Gary down. We know that. We know. Now you phoning a friend and calling Jordan. No, ma'am. Stay your ass in that room and just be alive.
Just be alive, Penelope. That's all you got to do. Nobody came to see you, Rufus. But that's how I feel, because I do not care. And I damn sure don't care about y'all cultivating some goofy ass childhood backstory that you want me to believe when y'all are not kin. You don't like each other. Stop it. Stop it. Please, I do not care at all. Penelope, sit your ass in this room and stay alive, ho. That's it. That's what you do.
That's it. That's it. God, please.
A
I'm gonna
mess.
call some darn body.
A mess.
Okay, y'all. So we talked about it. We talked about
There you
it.
go. They also talk about Maurice. He was doing too much for me this episode. And Maurice, he gets a lot of passes from me. So I feel like he was actually doing a
He do.
lot. If I'm like, okay, enough. Well,
Yeah.
maybe it's not this
Yeah.
episode he was
He
doing
was
too
doing a
much.
lot.
It's just one note now. It's really getting one note, and I feel like, I know Brian is capable of way more, and it needs some variety because him just figuring out how to be the most shocking, the most inappropriate, the most disrespectful in every moment is just, I'm over it. I'm over it. It's not always funny. He had a couple little
That
kiki
was the
moments,
perfect
but
description.
for the most part, the juice wasn't
Yeah.
worth the squeeze for me in reference to what we got from Maurice this episode.
Mm. That's a great. I like that because that's how I feel. I feel like Maurice, especially I think we talked about it, if not last live, the one before, just how great of a artist that Brian is, and
Yep.
he's definitely not being utilized in Sisters, and he's becoming like this one note character. And it's like, yeah, you're comedic relief and all of that, but there has to be more substance to this character than just always telling us how good his head game is. Like, don't nobody give a damn. 'Cause ain't nobody trying it. We don't care. Like let it be more than that.
Yeah.
Just let it be
You're in a
more than that.
relationship right now,
But
ain't you? Or is he gone? Whatever. Find something else to do.
yeah,
Be more be less original. That's what Penelope, stay your ass alive. Maurice, be less original because I'm tired. Everybody getting simple assignments.
facts.
Daniela, give what you give to Fatima to your real friends. Simple. Let's keep it simple.
Simple, simple. Because if anything, this should tell Fatima exactly where she's staying. Yeah, Danny may ask you how you feeling when she see you, but you didn't even know that Andy had broken up with Jordan, and it's been a whole 14 days. You didn't know nothing. And the only reason you knew well is because Karen said something, because the men told their girls, and the girls obviously told Karen, but intentionally excluded you. That spoke volumes to me. You
Wait,
didn't know?
that Danny didn't know? Danny knew.
No, no, no. That Fatima didn't
Oh, yeah,
know
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Andy had broken up with. Yeah,
Child, I was like, I don't
yeah.
know
I'm
how the
like,
hell you always up in her butt any other time, and you don't see this.
thank you,
You could read emails for paternity tests, but
thank
you
you.
can't. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Mhm, mhm.
I believe Kevin's coming back next
Yep.
season, y'all.
Yeah, I believe he's coming back. I think that's everything that happened except the big finale
Ellie,
revelation.
go ahead and start it off, cause that's your boy, bro. That is your boy. I Gary Borders, you are really messing up my
I'm
no
not gonna
cursing.
lie.
Cause if he don't need to go where we can't say he need to go,
Cheeto,
Allie, where the hell he supposed to go? He got to get the fuck up out of here, Allie.
baby, Cheeto. He has to go, but Cheeto gives such a great performance. That's the bad part. I enjoy him too much because when he comes on the scene, I know I'm gonna get a good Kiki. I know I'm gonna get a good Gary. What the hell are you doing, Gary? Please. I know
Gary,
them the three things
please.
that definitely want to come.
It's always gonna be a Gary, please. Cause what? And he be y'all. We would just talk about one note with Maurice. He don't be one note. He switches like. I'm just like, please, Gary, we beg you, bro. Cheeto, you gonna have to let up. You gotta let up at some point. We can't breathe, bro. We cannot breathe. Take your foot off of our necks, please, respectfully.
It's the fact that he came with a gift, with the little champagne or sparkling cider, whatever it was, with a bow on it. So he didn't come empty handed. That's number one. It's the fact that Gary Border stood in the face of about 8 people who can't stand his ass. He didn't stutter. He didn't miss a beat. And he came there with a purpose in mind, and damn it, he fulfilled it.
Yes, it did.
It's so, even when he gets on my nerves, I'm like, Cheeto is playing the hell out of this role, and he does it masterfully.
Yep.
He does it masterfully. And it's the fact how we saw him switch so many times in this small amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
How it went from, hey, everybody, I'm not leaving. This is my home. Danny was like, Andy, what is he talking about? Y'all know this. Y'all know he bought this for Andy. This is. I was under the impression that Andy had everything in her name. Maybe not. Maybe she did. We don't know. Because she was over there looking like she wasn't finna say nothing. Then when he called Fatima the B word and Zach got up in his face, even Tony them came. It's the fact for me that Gary shows no fear.
At
And I
all.
like that about him. Like he's a villain and he don't show no fear regardless of who is around him. Whatever, and that's why whatever Gary wants to do, he's going to do it regardless. Then when Karen was like, you know what, Gary, why the F did you here? No, no, look what y'all have done. The one thing you're not supposed to do in a baby shower, upset the mother to be. Sis, Gary, please
I like that throw my
stop,
shoes.
stop the madness.
It was so on point.
He
It was
did that
so on
so well.
point. He called Sabrina a bank robber. What is chess, bro? What is chess?
Whole chest, whole chest, whole chest.
It's gonna
I said,
suck.
Maurice said, say a mumbling word.
It is gonna suck inevitably once Gary is gone because Cheeto, kudos to you, my brother. Kudos to you.
Hmm. So well.
Can we think of any
So
other
well.
adjectives to
I
describe
agree.
Gary? Listen, I need Gary to read his goddamn self because he be on it and how he come for everybody, and he be having new. Kay said we called Sabrina a bank robber. I screamed, hollered. uh, Kim said I'm sick of Gary. He should have been gone. Season 4 at this point. He's annoying. He is annoying, but he does it beautifully. He has some layers. He has
Yeah.
some nuance. He it's just be like, yo, what are you coming up with next?
I have an announcement of my own to make. I'm
Why we
inviting
invite you
everybody to my
all?
wedding.
Why in the hell would we invite you to?
Right?
Why the hell would we come to your wedding? Oh my God, it was Fatima. What stupid hoe? What stupid hoe allow you to bamboozle her to walk down the aisle with your ass? All I needed in that moment, Allie, was for Andy to go, I'm the stupid hoe. That would
I
have
would
sent
have
me. I would have cut the whole shit off.
screamed.
I cut the show. That would have sent me. If they would have gave Andy a line, if they would have had Gary look at Andy and she deliver a line, me, I'm her. Or not even say anything. If she would have just raised her hand, I'd have been orbiting the earth. Fatima was loud. Yeah. What stupid hoe would allow you to bamboozle her dumb ass?
And I'm like, in my mind, as he's speaking this, I'm laughing because I'm like, the stupid hoe is right there. It's your boss. It's the homegirl. Baby, when he grabbed Andy, and showed everybody that ring, I said, baby, Gary is, I don't even know what word to use for Gary. Gary is top tier. Gary, Cheeto deserves all the things, all the awards, everything. He deserves all the things.
But Allie,
'Cause
that's a
my
great question.
goodness.
Somebody asked in the chat, how did everybody miss it? Everybody's so worried about Andy. She been missing for 2 weeks. Y'all see her finally pop up and y'all don't clock this big ass rock on her finger? I ain't catch it either, but I don't be paying Andrea Barnes no mind. That's y'all's friend.
Yeah. I didn't catch it either. I didn't catch it till he brought it to our attention, Mr. Borders. Um, I'm just like, and then I'm like, they looking at her face, so they know she's not happy. Andy looks like a kid who appeared on Scared Straight. Baby, she don't know what to do.
Child.
She is scared out her mind. She is scared out her mind. Mm-mm.
Come on,
Yeah,
Gary, coming through with the biggest laugh of the episode.
the biggest one, the biggest one. He did it for me. I mean, that was a way to close the episode. I tell you
It
that.
was. It was. It really was. And y'all, do not get this twisted.
It
Well,
was.
specifically for me, Allie likes Cheeto. I Cheeto cool. I respect his talent, but I can't stand Gary Borders. Please do not get to running with your head talking about y'all glorifying Gary. I got a couple comments in that, like I think 2 lives ago, and I was just like, when the hell did anybody glorify Gary Borders? Like, my disdain for that man is very, very clear. But I'm going to give credit where credit is due. And Cheeto be playing the hell out the character. Like, I need y'all to put on all y'all full context clues and y'all comprehension skills when you come into my lives, honey. Because sending me comments talking about I'm glorifying Gary Borders is nasty work. I'm sorry. I'm open to criticism, but I believe it's nasty work to say that I am glorifying Gary Borders.
It's wild. It is wild to make that statement. Yes. Allie do love. I loved. I always thought Cheeto was attractive, but something has happened in the past year.
Mm.
I said, Lord, I don't know what you've done with this chocolate man here. I don't know if this is confidence. I don't know what it is, but something has happened with Cheeto, and I'm like, this man is fine as hell. Like to meet him and Kevin,
Ooh.
they do it for me. But when it comes to Gary, what I will say is a lot of times like when you see villains, sometimes there are great actors who can allow us to see the humanity
Yeah.
in the villain, or you can recognize when their villain story began to happen. When I think about Gary, and the way that he has played this character, they have had this man go up and down, but it seems they have found the bag that they want him to stay in. And Cheeto has done such a great job at this character. Gary is a character who don't give a flying elf
Yep.
about anyone or anything, and he plays it as such. He doesn't care. When Fatima had that knife to him, he had his back turned, as if I dare you to stab me. When Zach was making all those threats about what he would do to Cheeto, he put that gun on the desk like, "What you gonna do, my boy? You big and bad. You a thug, right? Do something." You ain't do nothing with the gun. So it's like for me, he really walks around like he has no fear.
He
Now
does.
ultimately he's gonna have to die. Like he's
Yes.
gonna have to
He
go.
is.
He's gonna have to go. But the way that the choices that she makes when he plays Gary is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's absolutely. I mean, I'm not glorifying him as a character, but the way that he plays this, he plays it well. Like he plays this character very, very well. It's so much so that even though I can't stand Gary, I enjoy watching Tito portray him, and he always has a way to add humor
Yes.
in his diabolicalness.
Yep.
He finds a way to put it in there, which is I think very challenging, but he finds a way to do it. But Gary is. diabolical. Gary is still a demon. That's how I view him. I view his character that way. Gary is also a reminder of when you don't nip something in the bud when you need to nip it in the bud.
Mm-hmm.
This thing with Gary should have been over a long time ago, but Andy kept playing with fire. She thought she was big and bad and could do what she want. I got Fatima on my side. We gonna run up on you, girl. What? You should have known Gary don't care. And now you have brought all of these people into this situation because you made bad choices in men. And when your friend Karen tried to warn you years ago, well, seasons ago, you basically gave her your ass to kiss to let her know that, Gary is a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. And we see what this good man done turned into. But no, we're not glorifying him at all.
Come on now, y'all. Let's be for real. Um, y'all, they talking about Domini in the chat, Ellie. I totally forgot about Domini for a second, Lord. The longer they talk, the more the conversation actually grew on me. I will say that. Because when he first said it, I was like, "Get And then I was like, well, what you think, Ellie?
Because I feel like you just bait. You're gonna get sperm from people who you don't even know. You're just reading their chart or you're reading like a file on them. So at least with this person, yeah, you don't know him, but he has a job. He appears to have all his members intact, emotionally, mentally. He's already stated that he wants to have a child. So I wasn't against it. I'm like, hell, you gonna get if you gonna get you just getting sperm, he's offering. He said he don't mind being your baby daddy. I was for it. Like I got that energy from him when he initially found out that Sabrina was trying to have a baby and her boyfriend wasn't down for it. I feel like he was on board then, especially because of what he wants. And he seems as if I do give you my sperm, I do want to be an active participant in this child's life. I said, well, Sabrina, you got some decisions to make, sis. Do you just want
Mm-hmm.
to have a baby and raise the baby on your own, or do you want someone to be an active participant in this child's life and that's what he's offering. So I'm like, I'm here for this story.
Yeah, I'm here for the
I'm here
complication.
for it.
And again, like the more he talked and she talked, the more I was like, well, maybe because otherwise you'd be picking it out of a damn book and a photo and a profile, whatever. And you could actually speak to this man. My only qualm is like if she doesn't actually want to be with him, it could be an issue because he clearly would take the opportunity to pursue her romantically if she offered it, which makes it much more complicated than just picking this man's name out the book. But what made me okay as they continue to talk, I'm like, okay, if he used to donate his sperm anyway, he could have been in the book and she just ain't get to that particular page yet. You know what I'm saying? So that made me okay with the idea of it, but his very clear romantic interest in her makes this way more complicated.
It does. It does. And I think what I was what I was pondering in my mind was Sabrina, I'm not saying that he's the man for her, but the possibility of him being the man for her. Like
Mm,
being that man that's gonna love you, respect you, and want the same things that you want in life. I just mean when you tell me what you feel your purpose is, and your purpose is to be a mother, but you're aligning yourself with someone who they say their purpose is not to be a parent, that's a challenge within itself.
yep.
And then you meet somebody who, I believe Sabrina does find him attractive. He's pleasing to the eye. There's a possibility that she may have a slight romantic interest or is attracted to him. Then it goes back to what do you really want, Sabrina?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the family unit or traditional family unit, or do you want to have a child from an unknown sperm donor and would raise them with rich? What's going to happen with that? If you have a baby in that way, what is rich role going to be?
Yep.
Is he going to play father? Like, what is he going to do? Like, that's an interesting story, but I want her to have her happy ending. I want her to have her family that she wants. So I'm not opposed to it. And yes, I do understand that, him offering his sperm is weird. or maybe a little off-putting, but based on the conversation and based on like where they were going in their dialogue, I don't feel it was too far off.
Yeah,
I don't feel it was too far off.
I agree.
But I'm here for it.
Yeah, I think she should take more time and get to know him, which again I get works against the whole idea of if she was picking out of a book, but because she can actually place face and name and reach out and touch this brother, I think she should get to know him. I think that she specifically needs to get clear on if she would be romantically interested in him, because that's something that she has to be very sure and definitive about before she even goes on this journey with him, whether she chooses to or not, because that changes things. And Sade said this, she just sees the opportunity for Rich to exit. Child, there's been a whole bunch of doors for Rich to walk his ass out of, and he just refuses to do it. And he already to show his behind in a jealous way because of Domini. So if you take this man up on this offer, like Allie was speaking to, do you and Rich make it after that?
Right. Maybe we finally getting some meat with Sabrina's storyline. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
As long as she speaks up, I'll be here
Rich is
for it
not
too.
it. Yeah, she can't be passive with this. Like I'm hoping this would be. My hope is that because this is something that Sabrina desperately wants, I would hope that we see like an emergence of a new aspect to her character. Like that passiveness, you can't be passive with your purpose. You have to be intentional with it.
Ooh,
So I'm hoping we see that.
that part. You cannot be passive with your purpose, y'all.
Mm-mm, at all.
Justin Young says, "Oh, I love Sabrina's face. Being asked to be the godmother was so sweet and beautiful. Almost made me shed a tear. Aw, it was cute."
It was.
Tony said, "How was they gonna make it after she got pregnant anyway? If she got pregnant by somebody that she don't know, that Rich doesn't feel like uh uh jealous of or envious of, then they would have made it. They might have stumbled, but they would have still been able to make it more consistently. But the moment she has Domini's baby, who he's actually seen her go to dinner with, that creates stirs up some emotions that he will not be able to contain. So I think her doing it by Domini would just speed it along. Or maybe he gets his shit together and after she has a kid by somebody else, he's fine. Who knows, child? Who knows?
I want Sabrina to just dump him, just break up with him,
Hey, Candy loves to talk TV.
let him go
Welcome in,
by his
boo.
merry way.
Same, Allie. I want her to dump his ass too. Cause even if he not a like not us censoring ourselves, like Tony, he borderline because he still ain't say nothing about that goddamn condom. So throw all of them away, and he friends with a so you can go, Monty. You fine as hell, but Rich can go the same way that Bill can go, and that come back tomorrow. Child, am I about to be talking about bruh?
Girl, I can't. I saw the preview. I think right before Sisters came on,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, because I think I tried to watch that show. I tried. I gave a strenuous effort. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I was like, oh,
Allie said I gave a
I couldn't do it. But
strenuous
my mom
effort.
watches it faithfully. Like she watched all Tyler Perry stuff. Girl, I
All
gave it.
Tyler
I
Perry
did.
stuff is
I
the
really
Lord's
did.
work, honey. Watching everything Tyler ever did. Bless your mama. She's one of God's strongest soldiers, honey.
She watched. She
Hey,
watched all
mama.
his stuff. I said, I can't do it, baby. I can't do it.
And I got y'all. I know
Mm-mm.
y'all talking about I need to talk about divorce in the black. I got y'all. I'm going to talk about it. I wanted to give it the weekend. I also wanted to let people get their little hot takes about hating Tyler for clout out. I got y'all. I got y'all. Is that it? I think we done, friend.
I think we done. That was the episode. That was that was the episode.
Which is great
The
because
Virgo
your
Queen
girl is
said Rich
tired.
need
No, I'm listening. Sorry, go ahead.
to, oh, it said Rich Virgo Queen said Rich need to go asking Zach for advice on how to handle the girls when he can't even handle his own women. Oh yeah, 'cause I think yeah, Rich did ask him about can you give us some advice? Oh, they cool, they good people. I ain't never heard Zach say that about these women ever. Ever.
Have
And
you?
I was like, what? Well, they good people, they
He
good
said
people.
Sabrina's cool to
They real good
somebody before.
people. Oh, I missed that one.
Was it Calvin?
I missed that one.
Child, it's way
Did he
too
ever
many
speak to Cat? Yeah,
episodes. It's way too many episodes of stuff to
it
to
is a
to,
lot.
to
It's a lot.
Rolodex through.
It's a
Bruh is
lot.
hard because y'all the
It's a lot.
writing. Oh my god, and it's a 30-minute show, so it's a lot quicker. And the niggas are trash. Like all of them except for one are quite literally trash and talk like it, act like it. I'm just like, so do y'all want us to believe black men are dope? Because this ain't it, Tyler. And I'm not saying that you can't show the trauma and the stress and all the stuff that come with people. But when I tell you that these black men on bruh got a little bit of money and think that they God's gift to women and they're tragically toxic, I really do mean that. And it's an understatement. That's what make bruh so hard to watch. Child. No problem. Well, hey, Money Green Tay, I didn't see you come in. My bad, boo. Well, you know we always got you for the last. We try. Well, I'll be dead ass
I'm glad
serious,
y'all got the
actually.
map. Yes, I'm glad y'all got the map.
Y'all be saying I'm funny, but I be dead
Yeah.
serious. Most of the times where I think I'm the funniest to people, I be really serious about whatever the hell it is I just said. Oh, Miss Alice,
For
Miss
real.
Alice is the worst part of the whole show for me. I can't with her. She's too much. She takes the
Is
whole
that the
mother.
mama?
That's the mama. She takes the mother and the black man to another level. She's inappropriate. She's disrespectful. She be disgusting at times. But bless your heart, Virgo Queen. I'm glad you love her. Somebody, I guess, had to love her because I couldn't stand her ass watching. Couldn't stand her. It's like, girl,
She
what
now
is
don't
this
get me wrong.
caricature of black motherhood, child?
Don't get me wrong. I can't take the writing of bruh, but she single handedly was the reason I stopped watching the show.
Mm,
She was such a turn off for me. I said I can't. Like I cannot. I don't find her humorous. I don't find her funny. I find her quite disgusting. I would find her quite deplorable.
yeah.
Just I can't. Like I was just like, what type of mm-mm. And it's not even the fact that she curses. It's
No,
like Tyler tried to say, I have 6 lines. How many profane words I can fit in 15 seconds? It's too much.
the cursing ain't the
It's
problem for me.
entirely
It's
too
her
much.
trying to sleep with men in front of her son. Her grabbing on her son's friends inappropriately, sexually assaulting their ass. It's like she's doing all of this stuff on top
Yes.
of the intense profanity, child. And I'm not saying much about nothing about the cussing because I be cussing. But hers be seeming like you just trying to cuss. It don't even flow. She just be saying shit.
That's what it is. And it's just like, because I don't have no problem with cursing or nothing like that, but it's like, lady, a curse word didn't even need to go there. It wouldn't even make sense. You ever seen Cedric the Entertainer? I don't I think it was his last stand up comedy special when he was like he got called to the school to pick up his son because his son was cursing at the school, and so he had to go get him. And some he know his son live in the suburbs because his son don't even curse like a black person. Tell my son, what son? What did you say? Tell my son, shit damn. Tell my son, shit damn. They don't even go together. So it's like she be saying stuff that don't even go together. Like, my gosh, Miss Alice, Goodness gracious.
That's exactly it.
But yeah, I
That's
didn't know.
it
I didn't know
right
it came
there.
back tomorrow.
That is it right there, child. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Y'all can look forward to my Divorce in the Black review coming very soon, probably before the end of this week. Family business tomorrow. I owe y'all a breakdown, but I've been going live on Thursdays. And y'all, I think I want to go to this thing at Issa Rae's coffee shop tomorrow. So the live might be a little bit earlier so I can go to that. But I don't know because I don't be going out. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to still talk family business and we're going to do it on live. So y'all need to show up for it. If you're watching family business, bring y'all asses over to my live for the family business, please.
They are good. I've been listening to them. I enjoy them.
Thank you,
I've
Allie.
been listening.
What you
I'm gonna
got
get my
going on
life
this week?
together because
I know
it's
you
been a
busy.
lot
You
going on.
moving, so.
Girl, so I signed my lease. I found a place, so I signed my lease on Friday. So
Oh,
once
dope.
I get,
Congratulations.
yeah, I found so. Thank you so much, good girl. It was, Jesus. So once I get everything, I have been MIA with a lot of these reviews, but I promise, like once I get settled, and I'm going to answer all the questions that people have sent me, and I'm gonna make them my videos for sisters and all of that, and I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. I'm going to make up for lost time. So y'all just bear with me. You may get a video, you might not, but come next month, settle, and then everything will go back to normal.
You
So
love that.
yeah.
Congratulations on a new place. I'm praying that it is head and shoulders better than this
Thank
last one.
you. It is.
Okay.
It is. I'm thankful.
Perfect.
I'm thankful. God was good because it was underneath my budget. So I'm
Yes.
thankful.
Come on, under
Thankful.
budget. We love that. That's some words that we actually love to hear.
Yeah. Oh,
Under
girl.
budget in
Yes.
this economy.
Yes. In this economy.
Hello.
In this economy. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Sade says between All American Live and this one, the content been content. And your girl is trying. We coming back. We coming back.
Aww.
I appreciate y'all so very much. So very much. Well, we'll be on live tomorrow. I'm gonna put up a thumbnail so that you guys can say that you're waiting and it'll notify you because I know I'll be doing that last minute sometimes. So I'll do that so that you'll know when I'm going live so that y'all can show up for the family business live. I'm hoping this is gonna be episode 4. So now we need to get to business. Carl, get the business. You be slow out the damn gate, but then you pick up steam. I need you to pick up steam on tomorrow's night's episode. Okay? Thank you. We appreciate you guys very much for joining the live, having this conversation with us. Continue to share your thoughts with us on our videos when you see them pop up and pop out. Tag us on your social media posts as you continue to talk about the show. And then you can also join my Discord as well as Allie's Discord as we continue to have conversations because we like to keep the conversations going. Y'all some real ones. We really appreciate y'all. And we'll see you in the next one.
Good night.